Love, as we all know, is a beautiful, wonderful thing. It takes you up the mountain peak. And while you're there, all happy, excited that you've hit the jackpot, it ties your hands, slaps you in the face, and tosses you in the valley. If you've ever truly experienced love, you know how it is. You get that warm and fuzzy butterfly feeling at the depths of your stomach whenever this person is near. You allow him or her into areas of your life that no other human being is allowed into. And to hear this person say,
I love you,
just lifts you up because you know that your love is definitely for real.
Oh my God, he loves me. He really loves me. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and yeah.
That is until you wake up one morning and find out that right is wrong, day is night, and your love just ain't acting right.
I'm sorry. Can't do this anymore.
Oh, why, Lord, why? Why? I love him so much.
Now I know some of you are saying that's over dramatic, but you get the point. And yes, I have been there too. It really does suck. What's so fascinating about love is how much it opens you up to hurt. Yet, even with that, you're willing to do whatever it takes to get this person back. Mother Teresa said, the hunger for love is much more difficult to remove than the hunger for bread. No matter how much you hate to admit it, you really can't erase love. Let's think about that for a second. If we humans have this capacity for love, what about the one who is the very embodiment of love? 1 John 4 verse 8 says, anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. Now that makes sense. See, this is the only reason why I would betray him, and still he would send his son to die for my sins, just so I can have a relationship with him. The rule of the universe says the soul that sins must die, and yet we have a Father that is desperately trying to save us. So that brings up a question. Why are we constantly rejecting God's love? The amount of love God has for you cannot be quantified. I don't really have the words to describe it, so I'll tell you a story. There was a rich man who had two sons. Now the youngest son was rebellious. He came up to his father and said, "Father, give me all my inheritance." So his father gave him his inheritance. Now this boy took all that his father gave him, went off to a far off land, and spent everything. So he was there, no money. He was sleeping with the pigs. As he was there suffering, he remembered his father, and he said to himself, if only I can go back home, because the servants in my father's house, they eat more than I do. They have better beds than I do. If only I can go back home. I don't even need to be a son. I just need my father to take me as a slave. So he set off to meet his father. As he's approaching his father's house, he's thinking of what he said. His father sees him approaching, and before the son gets to the gate, the father runs to him and embraces him with so much love that the son could not believe it. And the father said, "My son has come back home." He told the servant, said, "Prepare a table for my son, prepare a feast for my son. Let us rejoice that my son has come back." No matter how far you have gone, no matter where you think you are, God's love for you has not changed. Because the Bible says that while you were yet a sinner, Christ came and died for you. God is not waiting for you to be righteous. Because just like the son in this story, all you have to do is come back home.